Do you feel the vibes?
Hey, how's it going guys? Shady here, and today I'm gonna bring you my pure Blue Eyes White Dragon build that got me to King of Games. It was my first time hitting King of Games, so it was really big moment, especially with this deck. I was just testing it out, tweaking some things, so I wasn't really expecting to hit KoG, but I did, and now I'm gonna show you guys the deck list. So, for our deck list, we want to play one copy of Maiden. This is a really good card to hold the duel stall a little bit while we're getting our cards for the combo. It's not that good, though. Depends. Sometimes it's a brick if you're drawing. Sometimes it's a break if you're drawing mid game, but at the start game, depending on what you're facing, it's a really good card. Next, we're playing double copies of the White Stone of Ancients. This is a really good card because if you send it to the graveyard during the end phase, it will special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon monster from the deck, and you can banish it from the graveyard to add a monster back from the graveyard to your hand. So play 3 copies if you have. I only have 2, so I'm only playing 2. Next I'm playing double copies of Dragon Spirit of White. This is a really good card to take care of the opponent's back row and just pop off next turn. Yeah, it's a really good card. Next playing double copies with Sage with Eyes of Blue, and this is a really good card. It's a searcher for all your tuner monsters like the Maiden and the Stones. So it's a really good card to give consistency to the deck, and you can discard them to target an effect monster on the field. If you send it to the graveyard, you special summon a Blue Eyes monster from the deck. So yeah, play 3 if you have. Once again, I only have 2. Next, the White Son of Legend. This is a really good card since they updated the Ultimate Dragon skill. Basically, if sent to the graveyard, you add a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to your hand. So, since the new skill, you need the Blue Eyes on your hand to activate the effect. It's really good, but don't play more than 2 copies, I only have 1, and I like how it is. Next, triple copies of Cosmo Brain. So, since we're playing a double Dragon Spirit of White and triple Blue Eyes White Dragon, Cosmo Brain is really important for us not to break that much. So it will help if you start the duel with Blue Eyes White Dragons on your hand. Yeah, it's a really important card to have a 3. So Master of Eyes of Blue, this is a really good card, but it's a brick if you start the game with it, so only play 1, so it's kind of rare to see it on your starting hand. When it's normal summon, you can add back one of the tuners that you had, so you're gonna use it with Sage or White Stone of Ancients, depends of what what's your play. And you can shuffle this card from the graveyard into the deck, target an effect monster you control, send it to the graveyard, and special summon a Blue Eyes monster from the graveyard. And yeah, this is a really good card to mid game, not at the start though. Next, 3 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon. This is really straightforward. The Blue Eyes deck, you want to play the 3 so you can fusion summon into all monsters on your extra deck. So yeah. Next, 1 copy of Silver Scry. This is just a monster reborn for the Blue Eyes. So don't play it too much, otherwise you'll break most times. So I'm only playing 1. It can come in clutch sometimes, but don't play too much copies of it. Next, we're playing double copies of Raigeki Break and Karma Cut. Most people might not have Karma Cut, it's fine, you just have to play another card for this card. Let me see here. This card. So like, maybe Ultimate Providence will be a good alternative for the Karma Cut. It's just some monsters you can destroy, you can't out them on battle, so banishing him and every copies they have in the graveyard, it's a really good card, Karma Cut. But if you don't have, you can play Ultimate Providence. So, moving on to the extra deck, double copies of Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. This is the best bounce monster if you have no other cards on the field. So it's a 4500 attack monster that can attack 3 times if you control no other monsters. But to do so, you have to send 2 fusion monsters from your extra deck to the graveyard, and that's why you're playing 2. This is just to send to activate the effect, because if this card is in the graveyard, you can banish to protect a Blue Eyes card from an effect. So it gives more attacks to our monster and protects him at the same time, so it's a really good card. Next, double copies of Blue Eye Spirit Dragon, Vermilion, and Azure. Blue Eyes just negates the effect in the graveyard and can float to Azure. Azure is just protect your monsters when floated through Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. Yeah, Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. And during the standby phase, you can special summon either Dragon Spirit of White or a Blue Eyes from the graveyard. But sometimes you just don't want to do it, so you can have room for synchros or the fusions. Next, Vermilion Dragon Mech is just 2 pop cards the field, so they have a really strong card and you can't destroy. Since we're not playing the alternative Blue Eyes, this is a really good card to have. And yeah, that's basically it. Now the skill Ultimate Dragons, this is really good since they changed it, because I had a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, a Neo Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, and a Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon. So these 3 go to the graveyard, the extra deck. So you have a 9 card extra deck, and if you turn 3 onward, you can reveal 2 Blue Eyes on your hand to add a polymerization, so you can fusion summon. If you're going to Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon, you really can just contact fusion, but that most times is not possible. So yeah, adding a polymerization from outside of the deck is really strong in this deck. So yeah, I'm loving this deck. It got me to King of Games fairly easy. I was struggling a bit with the Cyber Dragon. Deck that I made, I got easily to Legend 5 and then I couldn't rank up, but I could rank up really easy with Blue Eyes, so yeah. So I'm gonna show you now some replays. Leave a like if you enjoyed the deck lists, comment what decks you want to see next, subscribe if you're new, and that's it. Enjoy the gameplay.